Hello dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, this is part 2 of the longest segment that I'm shooting today. Maybe it is appended to the part 1, in that case you are just somewhere in the middle of the video. If not, you will see the link to the part 1 in the upper right corner or in the description of the video. Since I stopped recording, I went past a really poor stretch. Was walking more than casting. Didn't see any larger trout, but maybe there's still some life left in there, and by life I mean fish larger than this one. This is the best spot I've seen probably since I stopped recording. Oh, this is better. Not as big as the first two that I released. Here it is, a 30 centimeter fish, maybe low 30s. Again, a torpedo shaped fish. There are a lot of small minnows in the stream, but all the trout that I got, or larger trout that I got, are very, let's say, well shaped, not fat at all. Again, small fish will be attacking, unfortunately. But this looks like a pretty decent spot. There could be even more than one larger fish in there. Again, small fish are bumping into the spinner. Oh, no. Actually, yeah, the sweet spot was here, and that's where that larger trout came out of. Obviously there as well. I don't think I've fished this stretch before, and even if I have, I don't remember anything. If anything, it may be actually shallow. I know that it gets worse as you go upstream, but I may be wrong. Oh, another medium-sized fish. Here it is, high 20s this time. So no giants in. this bend. We're in this rather micro bend, but 2 fish. That's good. Let's see if we can find a better one still. Time is 11 o'clock. Sun is up. It will probably be sunny today, so not the best of things, but so far I think fish are active. Small one. When the stream is running higher, obviously this bend would look very well, but now slightly maybe too shallow, and yeah, I have to be better with casting. This was a couple centimeters too long. Oh man. Small one in there. Could there be a larger one as well? No, it seems. Oh, seemed like a nice take, but I think a small one. Oh man. It was difficult to notice this thing. It was actually a good bend. Let's say well protected by the leaning grass. This is a good spot as well. Oh well, you can't have everything, but it was definitely a good bend. Hmm. Doesn't look like much here. Several small ones, no larger one. Maybe not. So as you can see, this stretch, it has very little to offer in terms of deeper pulls and close and undercuts. Well, now actually encountering a beaver dam would be a bonus. Yeah, small ones are in there, but it's I'm looking for higher percentage spots to have a chance at a better one. Yeah, a lot of bends, but nothing. What is wrong? Okay, and small ones cruising. But this is not a large trout spot. Could there be some depth? It doesn't seem there is. So one small one took. I think the larger one swam away, but both were not large. Another take by a small one. Other leaning trees are normal leaning trees, but as soon as you find a leaning bird cherry, like here, I could try to squeeze underneath it, but maybe not. Shallows continue. Small one. That was a nice undercut, but shallow. Therefore just a small one. Obviously I don't know how many large fish are in this part of the stream in general. This seems like a tiny beaver dam. Okay. If it's a beaver dam, it's very old and very small. But I'll take it. Oh. The first fish of this size I hooked today. It's neither very small nor big. A true medium-sized fish. Up till now I was hooking more into something that was small to very small, or approaching solid, or even solid. Small. Oh no, this wasn't small. Actually, this one is small. Don't know if it's the same fish that took a jab in the beginning of the retrieve. Oh, come on. This spot was maybe worth more gold when medium-sized take a couple of other fish sightings. So yet another small one. I have no idea how many I have hooked today. Oh man, come on. Can you maybe spit it? No. goes. This looks like marginally promising spots. I didn't even get the spinach where I wanted. Here's what we are talking about today. Majority of fish are like that. But there are good fish to be found here. Oh man, come on, another small one. Tempted to take immediately. So it's pretty safe to say there was no large one in there. Although, yeah, it would have helped if on the first cast I didn't hook that small one immediately. Ooh. So this segment may consist of a lot of gems, but I sometimes use blinks. So yeah, my channel, especially looking at some videos, is not so much uncut anymore, but still I believe I managed to convey the real experience, not just the experience of catching, which I personally am completely uninterested in. small one. Why did it roll around the line? Yeah, some streams they flow in apparently identical conditions, but one stream will form plenty of holes. Plenty. And another one, like here, none. And those streams that are running several times lower right now, barely flowing, but there will be huge holes in them. Yeah, there are plenty of bends, but no depth. Depth in there as well. Fish are moving around, but when it shows so shallow, it's impossible to say if they are large or small. Sometimes even small fish will make it look quite impressive. Oh, there is some significant movement. I don't know. One explanation is a good fish, a larger fish. But more likely explanation would be some kind of water animal. Much more likely explanation, actually. That's rather unexpected. So that's what probably caused that stir. Oh man, look at that. That's a solid mid-40s. It's at least, I think, 18 inches, I think. Difficult to say, but 12 definitely. Oh, more than 12. Let's unhook this one. Oh yeah, so it doesn't require a lot of depth. I don't want to stress it too much. Let's pose for a camera a bit. Nice solid fish. This is a trophy for the stream. I assure you of that. So there are no deep holes. Doesn't matter. Fish sits in shallow ones. I think it's in the region of 18 inches, 45 centimeters. It's hidden there. And you can see what kind of stir it caused when it swam away. That's what happened there. It went from there probably into the structure and then took the spinner. But I was more or less convinced it wasn't a fish that caused that stir. I was wrong. So I doubt, fellas and their friends, that I will get another one like that soon, if at all today. The likelihood of getting it today, the one like that, is pretty low. But let's go on for a moment longer. If not, I will just, if nothing happens, I'll just switch to the ending. But for now, let's record a bit more. Obviously that fish was sitting in a pretty shallow bend, which now prompts me that I should pay more attention to every spot. Small ones are moving in there. Back to regular programming. Oh man. This is a branch that seems to be still. Come on! I just touched that small branch. And I'm in trouble. Yep. Okay, let's move on. Oh, so suddenly a couple of nice spots, one after the other. And okay, I touched that plant, that was intended. The spinner should have fallen off it, should have bounced off it. I mean, this spot was very good. Okay, not the fish that I would expect here. Actually, I expect those everywhere. So that's exactly the fish that I would expect here. That leaning grasses is a problem. That is an amazing spot. Obviously, if there was an active fish in there, it would come out. After the spinner it can see it very clearly. But my first casts were not very good. Okay. Again, a small. No, not that small, but still not a significant trout on the first cast. Into a very promising spot. Here it is. Obviously, if I hooked a good fish in this position, that would be some fight. So let's move on. Small ones swimming around. Oh, that was, I think, a medium-sized fish. Attacked again. Okay. What is wrong with these branches? I catch branches and it sticks like glue. Yeah, some storms doing the work. And frankly, I'm not sure if I should go on. The stream seems to be very unfriendly. Although I shouldn't complain, I got a really nice fish. that be a promising bend that would allow us to finish this segment. It seems shallow again, but oh, there was an interesting shadow. Might have been a small fish as usual. It's a good thing I didn't hook a good fish, because I caught the line into these dead grasses. The line was caught rather in them. The fish got off, which I don't mind. It was a small trout. So, a very shallow spot. A good place for smaller fish, and also good place for larger fish if there would be more water. Right now, not such a good one. Okay, what's that? Another beaver dam, old beaver dam. It appears. Okay, let's prolong this shoot and see if it's actually a beaver dam that we can take advantage of. Okay, small one. Another. There it is. Yep. The story of today. What? The line seemed to have twisted around it at least 5 times when I rested the spinning in order to untangle it. The branch just fell off. No, maybe I will not be making any more casts in there. I hooked this one into the head. Oh, I said I won't be making any casts, and I'm making casts. What's wrong? It's an instinct. There are definitely no large ones in there. Four small ones hooked. My memory serves me right. Okay, let's see. If it's a beaver dam again, it's super small. Maybe, yeah, probably a beaver dam, judging by the beaver tracks around it, but it's pathetic. It's more like again some natural collection of trash. Again, small ones. Several small ones in there. Could there be a larger one maybe? Hard to say, but probably no. Not. Is there some kind of an interesting spot below this dam? Maybe, but okay, I will not be getting over it. It's a stack of branches, pretty dangerous. Now there is a chance of a larger fish. We are not overwhelmed by smallies again. Oh. No. This is not large. Let's say it's not tiny, but not large. Was it large or not? Not large, but difficult to say whether it was small or just or maybe a medium. Probably small, unless that was a different fish. Yeah, it doesn't seem very serious. So suddenly silt. So yeah, this beaver dam has been there for a while. It was probably higher in the beginning of the season. Now this is a beaver dam. Oh, there was a medium-sized fish. Small one. Okay, let's make this one our last. Obviously it's pretty high, so there will be a lot of opportunities actually here. But the question is, are there big fish in this region of the stream? So far small ones are attacking. Yeah, small ones. But I have to check out this spot because sometimes large trout sit immediately above beaver dams. Here we have a bunch of small ones.
Battery is low.
My camera switched off due to low battery. I forgot to switch it off the last time I stopped recording, and that probably drained it. So this will be our last fish for sure. Corner out the lip. Here it is. Thanks, buddy. And with this, I say goodbye to you, dear friends. Unfortunately, again, my battery is the one that forces me to stop recording. In any case, this was Uncut Fishing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.